Hey guys, Devin Gridley, All Father Fitness, and today I'm doing the second part of the best foods to eat on a diet, the fiber version. And for the people who didn't go and watch the last version, it was on the best protein foods you could possibly eat on a diet. And the reason I'm making these videos, I explained this in the last video and I'll explain it in this one, is protein and fiber. They're things that are going to keep you satiated, which means that they're going to fill you up and you're going to eat less calories overall while still being as full as you would be as eating the normal amount of calories you would be eating. So first off, shout out to Jack's Demon. He's basically the entire reason I'm making these two things, because he specifically asked uh, basically what foods can I eat on a diet that would just make it easier for me and whatever. So yeah, shout out to him. And before we kick it off, subscribe to the channel. I'm only 4 subs away from hitting 100 subscribers, which is a huge goal for me. Never thought it would happen. I guess eventually I thought it would happen, but so fast. It's only been a few months, which is crazy. So yeah, subscribe to the video, or subscribe to my channel, like the video. It helps a lot and I would greatly appreciate it. So let's kick this off. In the last video I did how many grams of protein you would get per 100 grams of whatever food that I picked in the 1 to 5 slot. And I did that for this too. It took a little bit more time because vegetables are weighed differently, I guess, or they're measured more accurately than weighed. They were all in like cups, and if you put a cup of this food group, it's going to be this many grams, and if you do it for this food group, it's going to be this many grams. And it was just really hard, but just did some quick calculations, made it all 100 grams, so it'd be a lot easier to understand. So yeah, let's kick it right off with the first one is going to be soybeans. Now, this could be generalized to any bean, really. Just soybeans happen to be the best bean of any bean and lentil and whatever. And at 100 grams, this comes out to 6 grams of fiber and 16 grams of protein, which is why I put it in the first slot. There's only one thing that I came up with that's better than this, but I just actually completely overlooked it, and I'll explain that later when I get to it. But soybeans, 100 grams, 6 grams of fiber, 16 grams of protein per 100 grams of soybeans, right? And for people who are thinking 16 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, that's like a huge difference, right? And not really, because you need more protein than you need fiber in your diet. So if you go and look at the average diet in America, at least, is 2,000 calories. So on a 2,000 calorie diet, you should be getting your dietary needs, or not needs, because you could have a lot lower, but it basically says for protein you need 50% of your calories need to come from protein, or something around that. When for people like myself, or probably people who are watching this that go to the gym and want to build strength, put on muscle, be a better athlete, they want to be eating a lot more protein, which is going to be around the 1 gram per pound of body weight mark. But fiber is measured differently, because on a 2,000 calorie diet you only need 28 grams, which isn't a lot. You can get 28 grams in just a few servings of something, especially soybeans. Only, 4 servings of 100 grams, and you get it. And if you go and look at what a serving size of soybeans is, it's actually almost 200 grams. It's 184 grams, I believe, which is around 1 cup. And that's not too hard, because what you can do with soybeans, I doubt you're just going to be scooping soybeans like it's cereal or something. But what you can do is you throw it in other foods. You can saute it in other vegetables, put it in, I don't know, tacos, burritos, whatever. You can throw it in salads. It's really easy to put in that, like anything like that, and it just makes it really easy to get a really good amount of protein, as well as just getting that extra boost of fiber, which will keep you satiated and is just going to be overall better for you. And for the second slot is going to be avocados, and at 100 grams this comes to 6.7 grams of fiber. Now, you notice that this has more fiber than soybeans, but the reason that I put soybeans over avocados is because of omega fats. And omega fats, if you don't know what those are, they're just really healthy fats for you. There is a difference between bad fats and healthy fats, if you didn't know that. And omega fats specifically are for your heart, and obviously your heart is very important, and you need it to be healthy. You need it to live, really, but it just keeps it really healthy, and it'll help you stay healthy. I said healthy way too many times. But third slot is whole grains as an entire group. Any whole grain is going to be really good for you, whether it be bread, popcorn, oats, whatever. And I just chose oats because swapping out your cereal for oats is going to be a lot better than eating cereal, and it's just one that's really cheap, really easy to make and use, and it's just easy overall. And with oats, it comes around to 10 grams of fiber and 13 grams of protein per 100 grams. So switching out your cereal for oats is a huge thing you can do for your diet, and it'll help you immensely, as well as the fact that with oats you could throw other stuff in it like fruits, and fruits also have a really good amount of fiber, and it just really helps you get that boost and keep you satiated. So for the fourth slot, we have specifically blueberries, the best fruit of all the fruits that you can eat, except ones that I didn't research, maybe like dragon fruit, or just some random ones that just aren't going to be, like, on average, not everyone is just going to have those. Blueberries are pretty, you can find them in any store, like any grocery store really. And what it comes down to is at 100 grams you get 2.4 grams of fiber. Now this, like I said, 2.4 grams of fiber does not seem like much, but at 100 grams it's not as much as you would really think. And like I said, you can get your fiber really easily, and you don't need as much of it as you do protein. So seeing that it's such a small increment, don't think that that's a bad thing for it. It's just you don't need as much fiber than you do other things, so its measurement is going to be smaller. Now, for the fifth slot, which is actually the best one, and I completely overlooked it, is nuts. And the reason that I overlooked it completely is because I'm actually allergic to a lot of nuts, so I just didn't really process and think about it. But this is by far the best thing you can possibly eat, because it has healthy fats, has lots of protein, and it has tons of fiber in it. And at 100 grams, it comes out to 7 grams of fiber, 20 grams of protein, and depending on what nut you get, you're going to have different types of really good fats for you. And this is all nuts, really. The best ones being, I believe it goes almonds, walnuts, then cashews being the top 3 nuts. But for this, when I just generalize nuts, it's literally just mixed nuts. I just looked up mixed nuts, nutritional facts, and then I did the calculations, whatever, to figure out at 100 grams whatever fiber and protein it came out to. And this one, it's so easy to eat as well as go and find. It's cheap, it's easy, and you can just throw them in a little container. I used to do it all the time before I found out I was allergic to them. You just throw them in a little container, you just kind of snack on them in class, doing whatever really. You can just eat them all day at work, whatever, and it's just really easy to get in a good amount of fiber, a good amount of protein, as well as you're not just sitting down and eating a whole meal. I notice that helps me a lot when I'm dieting, is that instead of just having 3 or 4 big or mediocre meals, just being able to kind of snack all day really helps, because especially when we're sitting at home all day in this quarantine, you're just sitting at home. What else are you going to do besides just sit and watch TV and snack, really? So snacking isn't gonna, so why not eat something that's healthy like nuts, as well as it's going to fill you up, so you're going to want to stop snacking. So that's going to be really good. So that, like I did in the last video, and it's going to be, the first one is salad slash spinach. I don't really eat salads, I guess, like lettuce and things. I eat spinach, and then I just make a salad out of the spinach. So I'll just throw it in a big bowl. I'll throw whatever else I can, olives, ranch, other dressings. I also have bacon bits I like to put in for an extra boost of protein, because you don't get protein with the spinach. But at 100 grams, this comes out to 2 grams of fiber. And 100 grams of spinach is really not a lot. When you hear 100 grams, you really think it is, but it's not at all, because in a lot of these things, not all of them, but a lot of them, they're filled with water, and water is obviously very heavy and very dense. So it's going to be very heavy, and that's how grams are weighed. Obviously, it's dependent upon weight. So 100 grams really isn't what it seems like. So getting 2 grams of fiber per 100 gram of the salad slash spinach is really beneficial to you as well. You could eat it as a meal basically, and it's just really nice. You could have it for lunch, you could have it for a little snack, whatever, and you could eat it with your nuts if you wanted to. And the second honorable mention I have, this one never I would have ever thought of ever if it wasn't for Greg Doucette, the doctor himself. And he made he's made tons of videos about dieting and all that stuff, but one of his staple foods is popcorn, and it's a specialty kind of popcorn. I can't specifically remember what brand he gets, but there is a brand that has like a bunch of different, like not a bunch of different, it has more fiber than average, but for this I just went with the average popcorn, didn't choose his specific brand type. But if you want, you can go and find his video. He says it a bunch. You can go and find the exact brand, and he says it's really easy to get either off Amazon or just buying in the store, so go ahead and do that. But at 100 grams of popcorn, you get 2.5 grams of fiber, which is really nice. And the reason I listed these two honorable mentions because they're cheap and really easy to use, as well as the popcorn one more than the salad one is something you could snack on. I already kind of talked about that. Just snacking kind of helps you a lot, and it's just better than eating a meal and then feeling hungry until you eat your next meal, right? Because you're going to be in a calorie deficit if you're doing a diet, and you're going to feel hungry no matter what. Like, there's really nothing you can do about it. Even if you have a perfect diet with just perfect protein, perfect fiber, and like perfect everything, and you're in a calorie deficit, you're still going to be hungry. So having the ability to snack, it kind of is like a dopamine release, really. Like, you want to eat something, so you go and eat something, but you're not eating such a large amount that it's going to have detriment against your diet. You're just going to be kind of snacking on it. You'll be watching TV, a movie, whatever. You're chilling with your girlfriend or your family, and you're just eating popcorn, whatever. You got to make sure you don't put butter on it, obviously, or you could try and put flavoring. I know Greg Doucette also has a special, like, I don't know, like a spice, I guess you'd call it a spice, and he just kind of sprinkles it all over and it flavors it. And he said that it has almost like 0 calories, and it's just like really great. It makes it taste really good, all that good stuff. But stay away from buttered popcorn, obviously, because butter is made of fat. Fat is obviously not very good for you, as well as it is a lot of calories within just 1 gram. It's 15 calories per 1 gram instead of like protein and carbs, which is only, I believe, 9 calories per gram. So it's almost double. So try to stay away from fats, especially butter fats, bad fats, I mean, and try to eat more things like omega fats, which are located in avocados, nuts, salmon, things like that. And that's really all I got for the best foods to eat on a diet, the fiber version. And if you haven't watched the protein one, I'd go and watch that one as well. It's a really good one. Kind of goes over protein, obviously, but it just kind of teaches you measurements of those, and it just kind of enlightens you, I guess, to the idea that some meats are better than others, and getting protein is obviously very important, and it helps you just stay satiated and full and able to hit your diet, just knock it out of the park and do it very well. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, please subscribe. Like I said, I only need 4 subscribers until I hit that 100 mark, and that would be amazing. And if you really did like this video or the other video, please like the video. That would help me a lot. And if you want to watch any other videos, I will post down in the description like some of my most popular videos, and the titles are there. Hopefully they grab your attention and you click on one and you like it. But yeah, that's all I got, and I'll see you in the next one.